There is a number that most people believe will change everything. For some, it's $60,000 a year. For others, it's $80,000. For millions of people, it's $100,000. If I just made six figures, they tell themselves, everything would be different. But here's the number nobody talks about. In the United States alone, nearly 30% of households earning over $100,000 a year live paycheck to paycheck. Read that again. 1 in 3 people earning six figures. No savings, no investments, no safety net. One unexpected expense away from financial collapse. The house looks great, the car is new, the vacations get posted online. And behind all of it, a quiet, growing panic that most of them will never admit out loud. Today, we're going to talk about why this happens. Not to judge, not to shame, but because understanding this pattern is the only way to break it. And by the end of this video, you'll have one decision to make. A decision that costs nothing, but could be worth everything. Here's the uncomfortable truth about earning more money. For most people, more income doesn't create more wealth. It creates more spending. Economists have a name for this. They call it lifestyle inflation. But that name makes it sound like a choice, like something conscious, something visible. It isn't. Lifestyle inflation is invisible. It happens slowly, quietly, one small upgrade at a time. You get a raise, you move to a nicer apartment, you get promoted, you buy a better car, you hit six figures, you start eating at different restaurants, you take better vacations, you buy things you wouldn't have looked at 3 years ago without even noticing that you're doing it. And here's the cruel part. None of those things feel like mistakes. In fact, they feel like rewards, like evidence that you've made it, like proof that all the hard work paid off. And so the cycle locks in. Earn more, spend more. Earn more, spend more. The number on the paycheck grows. The number in the bank account stays exactly the same. This is why income is not wealth. Income is what comes in. Wealth is what stays. And for most high earners, almost nothing stays. There are 4 specific traps that keep high earners broke. And I need you to listen carefully, because most people fall into at least 2 of them without ever realizing it. When you were earning $40,000 a year, you compared yourself to people earning $40,000. When you started earning $100,000, something shifted. Now you compare yourself to people earning $150,000, to colleagues with bigger houses, to friends who drive better cars. The reference point moved, and it will keep moving, no matter how much you earn. Because here's what nobody tells you. The people you're comparing yourself to are almost always doing the exact same thing. They're comparing themselves to someone above them, and quietly, they can't afford it either. The comparison trap has no finish line. The only way out is to stop running the race and decide, deliberately, what enough looks like for your own life. Not your neighbor's life, not your colleague's life, your life. High earners have access to something that low earners don't. Better debt, larger credit limits, lower interest rates, pre-approved mortgages for houses they can't actually afford. Car financing that makes an $80,000 vehicle feel like a reasonable monthly expense. The bank doesn't approve you for a loan because they believe in your future. They approve you because your income makes them confident you'll keep paying, even when it hurts. And high earners keep paying, month after month, for houses, for cars, for furniture, for renovations. Every dollar of income that should be building wealth goes directly to servicing debt they took on to look the part. The debt feels invisible because the payments are manageable. But manageable is not the same as healthy. Manageable means I can afford the minimum. Healthy means my money is actually working for me. This is the most dangerous trap of all, because it sounds reasonable. It sounds like a plan. I'll start investing seriously when I pay off this car. I'll build savings once we finish the renovation. I'll get serious about retirement when the kids are older. These are not plans. These are the most expensive sentences a high earner will ever say. Here's what the delay actually costs. A 35-year-old who starts investing $1,000 a month will have $2.4 million by age 65. A 45-year-old who starts the exact same habit will have $940,000. Same discipline, same amount, same investments. 10 years of delay, $1.5 million gone. Not lost in a bad investment, not stolen. Simply never created. Because the most important ingredient in building wealth isn't income. It isn't intelligence. It isn't even discipline. It's time. And every year you spend waiting for the right moment is a year that time works for someone else. The fourth trap is the one nobody talks about, because it's not about money, it's about who you think you are. When you earn six figures, there are expectations. Some of them come from other people. Most of them come from yourself. You're supposed to live in a certain neighborhood, drive a certain kind of car, dress a certain way, eat at certain places, take certain vacations. To do less than that feels like failure, like admitting that you didn't actually make it, like going backwards. And so high earners spend money they don't have to maintain an image that doesn't serve them, because they've confused their net worth with their self-worth. But here's the question that changes everything. Who are you when the car is gone? Who are you when the house is smaller? Who are you when nobody is watching? Because that person, the one that exists without the performance, that's the person who actually builds wealth. Not by spending to look successful, but by quietly, patiently becoming it. So here's where we get honest. This video was never about people who earn $100,000. It was about a pattern. A pattern that exists at $40,000, at $100,000, at $500,000. A pattern that says, more money will fix this. It won't. More money without a change in behavior just creates more expensive problems. The fix isn't a raise. The fix is a decision. And here is that decision. Today, write down 3 numbers. Number 1, your monthly income after tax. Number 2, your fixed monthly expenses, rent, car, utilities, debt payments. Number 3, what's left? Now ask yourself one question. Of what's left, how much went to building your future last month? Not vacations, not restaurants, not subscriptions. How much went into something that will be worth more tomorrow than it is today? If the answer is 0, you now know exactly what to fix. Not someday, not when the debt is paid, not when the kids are older. Today. Even if it's 20. Because the habit, not the amount, is what separates the high earner who stays broke from the high earner who quietly becomes wealthy. Before you go, I want to leave you with one final thought. The wealthiest people in the world don't look wealthy. They drive normal cars. They live in modest houses. They don't post their net worth online. Because they figured out something that most high earners never do. That wealth is not a performance, it's a practice. Quiet, consistent, invisible. Built not in the moments you spend, but in the moments you choose not to. This has been Wealth Decoded. The money secrets they never taught you. Subscribe to the Wealth Files, because the most expensive thing you own might be the belief that you don't need to change anything.